Hey everyone, what's up? My name is Ryan Hayward and welcome back to Frontrow2020. I am super excited. I am your host of Frontrow2020. I'm the CEO and founder of Pitchproof, the design community of over 85,000 designers. Super excited to be here with you guys again over from our opening keynotes. We had a few technical difficulties at the start, but we got through them. We've regrouped and the show has to go on because I'm super excited about this next session with Tom Ross, which I'll jump into in just a second. First off, a couple of housekeeping things as always. Make sure you guys share on social media. Use the hashtag Frontrow2020 and tag us at Pitchproof. Share your videos, share your pictures. I want to see them. We're going to put them back up on our stories, on our highlights. We love seeing them. Make sure to tag me on Twitter at Ryan Hayward. Tag Tom Ross on Twitter too, on his social media, Tom Ross Media. Huge thanks to our sponsors, Adobe XD and Holobrief. Their links are in the description. Definitely worth checking them out. If you haven't already, join our Slack channel, where most of our community is. You can get exclusive updates and meet other event attendees and just get push notifications straight away. Also check out our virtual expo. We can talk, Tom and I will probably talk about this a little later on, but we've actually partnered with DESIGNCUTS, Tom's company, to offer like heaps of different deals, basically 50% off some best-selling products, so it's definitely worth checking them out. There's a bunch of other exclusive free goodies and discounts in there too. If you want to upgrade to the VIP pass to get ability to rewatch sessions, so after these live streams are ended, we actually put them on private and they're exclusive for our VIPs to rewatch. So if you might miss a session as well, because of time zones and whatnot, you can have the ability to rewatch that with the VIP pass. You also have access to mentoring sessions and a ton more goodies. The link's in the bio or probably the chat or somewhere for that. And there's actually 30% off at the moment. So you might as well grab that until tomorrow morning when that deal ends. All right, so let's get into the exciting stuff. Today, we are joined by Tom Ross, who's giving us a workshop on how design is a superpower. Tom is a really good friend of ours, known him and been connected with him virtually for quite a while now. But Tom is the CEO of DESIGNCUTS, which you guys have probably heard of, the online marketplace for designers. He's helped over 30,000 creative entrepreneurs through coaching and content online. Please welcome Tom Ross. Tom, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me, Ryan?
I can hear you. How are you going?
I'm fantastic. And first of all, thank you for letting me be part of Front Row. It's amazing.
Of course.
I'm a huge fan since you first started it. And it's great to hang out with you today, man.
Of course. Yeah, for those who don't know, Tom was actually on our live stream last year and he provided a bunch of value. I know that everyone basically in our community who watched it found value in your talk. So we're super excited to get you back. And I know you've got a killer presentation today, which we can basically jump straight into it. Maybe give everyone at home just a quick minute or so introduction about what the presentation is about.
Sure. So today I'm talking about how design is your superpower, effectively. And it's really going to be teaching how to reframe how we think about design. I think it's very easy to be bogged down by the echo chamber of other designers. You know, it's fantastic to make friends in this awesome community, but often we can lose perspective on the client's world, on the world outside of this small, close-knit design community. So I'm going to be talking a lot about that and how there's never been a better time for designers to essentially make money doing what they love than 2020.
Couldn't agree with you more. I'm going to be taking some notes during this. So I'm super excited. If you're happy to get into it, Tom, I know our audience is excited to hear from you too. So let's get the show rolling.
Amazing. And I think I mentioned before, Ryan, I can't currently see the chat. So feel free to shout out anytime. Don't worry about interrupting me. I love to hear, what people are saying and if they got any questions.
That's awesome.
All right. Cool. All right. Shall I kick off?
Go for it.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you everyone who's hanging out live with us or watching the replay. Appreciate every single one of you. And let's jump right in. So everyone watching now should hopefully see this saying design is your superpower. And this is something that I truly, truly believe. So a few years ago, I was sat down and I was sat in my house living with my dad at the time. And my dad's always been incredibly supportive of what I wanted to do as a creative entrepreneur over the years. But he finally had to sit me down and have that awkward conversation. I think you're going to have to go and get a real job. And he was saying it from a position of love and support because he was genuinely worried about me. I'd had the kind of feast famine thing of being a freelancer. I'd tried a few ventures. I'd had various entrepreneurial projects, but nothing had like hugely taken off at this point. And so he was worried because at the time, so many of my friends were starting to move up the career ladder. They were getting jobs in things like banking. And I was trying to stick to my guns and chase that creative dream. And so when I mentor and coach people now, I have so much empathy for people who are earlier in their journey because it can feel completely unknown. You know, you're trying to tackle this dream of yours. And quite often you do have friends and loved ones who are making it quicker than you are. And you do have friends and loved ones that seem to be surpassing you and maybe leaving you behind. And you think, is this a fallacy? Is this something that I really am capable of? And is it even possible? So to give you a bit of background, right now I started Design Cuts 7 years ago, and right now I'm the CEO at Design Cuts, which is the highest rated design marketplace in the world. It's my baby. We've got an incredible company, an incredible team, and an incredible community. But as I say, it certainly was not always that way. I went through so many cycles of failures, trying things, and not really finding that success. So I'm now super honored and privileged to do what I do for a living. However, it's been a bit of a journey. So when I started the company, I was working 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, 100-hour weeks, and I ended up putting myself in hospital, having major stomach surgery, and then making myself chronically sick for 2 years after that. So it was the true kind of entrepreneurial hustler's journey. Can you hear me okay, by the way, Ryan?
Yeah,
Yep,
we can hear you
hopefully.
fine.
Amazing. Just checking. Hopefully everyone in the comments can as well, if we can get some thumbs up. Cool. So it's been this crazy journey, but as I say, I'm super proud of where we're at now. And we get to do fun stuff like this. So we're not only an e-commerce platform, but we get to do awesome stuff, kind of similar to Front Row, where we do lives, we do ridiculous giveaways where I get to look very snazzy indeed
Where's
and
the
put on my
gold suit
gold bow
today,
tie.
Tom?
And I also host a couple of podcasts, including
Put
the
me
Honest
back on.
Designers Show, because I realized how much I love to start to give back to the community.
Quick question for you, Tom.
I
Where's
would,
the gold suit today?
I should have. It's not in this apartment, but I do have a very sparkly blue cardigan, and I might have to whip that out before our next session.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And the reason I'm sharing all of this background is because this whole journey of like struggle, starting my company, then leaning into doing the podcast, trying to give back to the community led to what I'm doing now. Alongside my company as my side hustle, I'm doing my personal brand, and I'm trying to be that coach and that cheerleader for many creatives who are struggling with the business side of things. And the reason I mentioned that is through doing that, I have an awful lot of conversations. I talk to thousands and thousands of designers. And the problem is, most of them are not feeling particularly super at the minute. They're not feeling that good. They're kind of where I was in those earlier stages of my career, where they're just struggling, to be honest. These are the majority of messages that I get day to day. And you'll see often designers, you know, they're racked with imposter syndrome. It happens to us all, but particularly those more junior designers trying to make it, they're filled with imposter syndrome. It really takes over, and that can be a hugely negative thing. They also tend to have a scarcity mindset. So they're worried about commanding a higher price. They're worried that they might not be able to land higher profile clients and things of that nature. And they just seem to kind of lack this internal confidence. And linked to that, they have limiting beliefs. So they kind of have these self-imposed mantras of, what if I'm not good enough? What if my value isn't there? What if my experience isn't there? What if I'm not as good as other people? And that kind of thing. And they're also quite often getting frustrated by clients. This is something I see all the time in the design community. A lot of frustration, a lot of negativity out there. People feel like they're kind of speaking different languages often to the clients out there. And this is part of the echo chamber that we all operate in. I love the design community. You know, most of my best friends exist in the design community. It's such an awesome place. It's so supportive. I've made some incredible friendships and connections, but it does become a bit of an echo chamber. Like any subculture or community, when you're talking about design and geeking out about that all day, it's easy to kind of lose perspective about what exists outside of that community, and it kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So a lot of the stuff that gets shared in terms of internally in the design community then gets ratified by other designers over and over again at scale, And so we kind of have this confirmation bias that occurs. So what I want to do today is I want to encourage everyone to step outside of that chamber. Just occasionally peek your head out and think, what is outside this close-knit design community? What exists outside of the world of design? And I'll tell you, hideousness pretty often. Do you agree with that, Ryan? I'm going to go into some detail in a sec, but when you get outside of this nice little design community, it's maybe not quite as pretty. It's not quite as
Yeah.
beautifully designed.
Couldn't agree with you more, Tom.
Cool. So what does this hideousness look like in the real world? Well, first of all, it reminds me of when I was at school and I'd be sat in art class and I'd do a piece I wasn't particularly happy with. It might be a drawing or a painting or something like that. And I'd think, this kind of sucks. It's not one of my best. And I might have another kid come up and say, wow, that's amazing. I wish I could draw like that. And the thing was, I wasn't the world's best artist, far from it. I was just a kid, but I had some natural creative talent. And non-creatives or people that didn't kind of lean that way, they really struggled to kind of put anything together. So my incredibly mediocre work did look impressive to some of the other students in that class. And this is something we see over and over again. It kind of links back to Ira Glass's essay, The Gap, which has been much lauded, where as creatives, we have taste, we recognize what is amazing work, we recognize what kind of work sucks, and we can often be very self-critical. So we're often that kid that I was in art class, and you'll see this with artists, with musicians, with designers, where they're like, oh no, that's terrible. I need to throw it away, right? It's often a thing that frustrates me about talented friends. They're so critical of themselves. But suffice to say, when you do not kind of possess that creative talent, and I would say most industries seem not to, most people running companies seem not to, you look around on the internet, and even now, sometimes I feel like I'm living in 1990s. There are so many ugly websites out there. And this includes some very, very big companies. Often I'll go on a huge corporate's website or an enormous company's website, and I think, oh my God, everyone attending this conference could do a better job right now. Why does this still exist? This poor UX, UI, this terrible kind of aesthetic, this poor branding. It's still rife. I would say it's still the majority of the world, and majority of most industries just don't look that appealing. And I remember when I discovered this at the kind of peak of my freelance career, I started to realize, wow, feeling like that kind of, slightly more creative kid in art class, I could apply this in a professional capacity. And so when I niched into web design, my thing was I would look at your website, I would rebrand it, I would redesign it. And because of my experience in design, usability, conversions, things like that, often the client would see a 50 to 100% increase overnight with that rebrand, with that redesigned website. And it felt like magic. It was incredible. I felt like I could just wave a wand, and it came so naturally to me because I'd accrued that experience where I could just look at a website and in real time pick it apart and kind of identify how it should look. But I started to realize actually that's not something that everyone can do, and inherently there should be a value tied to that. And it's not just websites. Of course, ugly design is everywhere. I can't go to a restaurant menu without seeing a very poorly designed, I can't go to a restaurant without seeing a very poorly designed menu. You see it on signage in your high street. You see it on greeting cards and things available in shops and stores. You see it on people's YouTube cover art where it can be incredibly garish or under-designed. You see it on podcast artwork. Social media content is rife, especially, remember, when you get outside this design community. If you go on a non-designer's Instagram, oh man, it's so inconsistent. It just doesn't often look that nice, even with some of those bigger players. And then editorial and print as well. And so what do we do with this information? What do we do with the realization that perhaps we have a creative talent and it's something the rest of the world does not possess? Do we capitalize on it? No, we kind of just say, oh my God, that's so ugly, I can't deal with it. That's a very common reaction that I see within the design community. Often we poke fun. We make fun of the people that I guess are less talented or don't have the experience that we do. We love a meme, often we are making fun of poor font choices. We're making fun of clients who are perhaps a bit more ignorant about design than we are. This is something I see all the time as well. It's so prevalent. There's entire Instagram accounts dedicated to this. And often we like to try and feel superior. And this is not having a dig at designers. This is all stuff that I've done and friends of mine have done. And especially earlier in our journeys, it's so easy to slip into these, in my opinion, damaging patterns because we're feeling superior and we're poking fun, but it's often not from a position of confidence. It's from a position of actually, I am kind of filled with imposter syndrome and I am filled with frustration about client experiences. I'm feeling frustrated about perhaps a lack of success at this point in my career. And what we fail to realize is instead of doing all of that stuff, which is not particularly helpful, in an ugly world, your design talent is a superpower. And it really, really is. So, this is primarily what I want to talk about in today's presentation. It's how to harness that superpower for good. And so, I want to give you a quick guide to how I perceive design superpowers. First of all, we've got the power of anti-invisibility, which is basically visibility. And in an ugly world, this is one of the things I love most about branding. When a designer, when a creative or an agency nails a brand, it just stands out head and shoulders above the competition more times than not. And on my Instagram, I recently did a case study about Bulb Energy. And they're a prime case of this because they entered an incredibly saturated industry of energy providers in the UK. And they became, I believe, the fastest growing UK startup in history. They're now valued over $1 billion. And they just started to eat market share like crazy because all of their competition, from their values to their brand aesthetic, they looked very dated. They had a poor consumer perception. So Bulb came on the scene with this kind of bright pink brand, super beautiful, really aligned, really friendly, massive differentiation. And they just stood out like a sore thumb in the best possible way. And that is one of the key superpowers of good design. You can just stand out like crazy, and that has real tangible business results. So, as I say, it's the option to stand out from the crowd. Are you seeing Mr. Cute Doggo there, Ryan? Just checking.
He's so cute.
Amazing. I'll tell you what, it's so disconcerting the fact I can't hear you and I can't see any of the comments. This is why I need a second
I'm watching
monitor.
along. I'm trying to like do some other stuff too while I'm watching. I will admit there's a lot going on at the moment. But
It's all good. This is the
there are a
honesty of
flood of
live
questions
streams.
coming in. 250
Okay,
people watching, flood of questions. So
amazing.
prepare for some live Q&A.
Hopefully it's positive so far, and I do want to break down some of the abundance that is available to designers. But yeah, guys, this is why I need to invest in a second monitor, like everyone that works on my team. For instances like this, where I'm like, "What's going on? Am I
Yeah.
talking to myself?" Okay, so superpower number 2 is the power of super speed, and this is probably going to look quite familiar, right? It's the fact that you can do design work yourself. And I think as designers, this is something we take for granted. The fact that we can just whip up, an Instagram post, we can design our own website, we can put together a resume or a business card or whatever we need, whatever, marketing or design collateral we need. The fact we can do it ourselves and we can do it quickly is such gold in business. It is insanely valuable. And again, I think we just take that for granted. And what I've experienced when I observe non-designers is they often get into the dreaded rounds of feedback. Okay, perfect. I'm just checking where I'm at there. So they get into the dreaded rounds of feedback. And what does this look like? So in a typical corporate or a typical company, often people have to outsource design to an external agency or a third party. And so they come up with some great ideas. They involve their marketing department. They kind of whittle that down to a brief. And they're like, cool, we're going to do this deal on our Facebook page. And we need to get that out ASAP. And so they come up with the brief, they pass it to the agency. The agency then has to take time to receive it and then open the email, go through the brief, present something back to them. And then they give feedback and the marketing department gets it. They take that back to the CEO or whoever. They get it signed off by the team. Or if there's feedback, they then go back to the agency and say, okay, it's nearly there, but can we tweak a couple of things, please? The agency then has to receive it back. They have to make the changes. They have to pass it back. And you kind of get this protracted back and forth, which happens so often. And it's just cripplingly slow for so many companies out there. When they can't do it in-house, it just completely grinds everything to a halt, and it makes it incredibly tricky to think on your feet. And if you're a startup, that's essential. You need to be able to react very quickly. You need to be able to quickly execute on marketing campaigns and things of that nature. And when you have this kind of dreaded feedback rounds, this back and forth, as I say, it really does slow you down, and it can hinder you in a very real business sense as well. So superpower number 3 is the ability to leap over financial hurdles. And again, I don't need to preach this to anyone who's attending front row, but there is real benefit financially behind good design. It is not just about making things look pretty. We're not artists, we're designers. And as designers, we're inherently problem solvers. And so
Couldn't agree with that
alongside
more,
this,
Tom.
yeah, right.
That is
We're
such a
problem
good point.
solvers. We have real, financial impact, but equally, we can execute not only quickly ourselves by doing it in house or doing it ourselves, but we can do it for free. And this is something, again, people overlook. Like everything I talked about with using that agency, the back and forth, that racks up a lot of cost. And I know so many creatives out there, so many entrepreneurs out there who they have great ideas. They want to do stuff on social media. They want to launch a business. They want to launch a project. And they simply can't because they can't afford to go and pay a designer to build it for them. And so growing up, the number of times I would start a project because I could just whip up a website or I just whip up a project myself is enormous. I could just crank out any idea I had and bring it to life. And that's magic. We overlook how magic that is because most people are stuck. They don't have the ability, they don't have the finances to hire someone. And so this is literally what regular non creatives have to do. They either have to do it themselves, which many people do, and it looks terrible. They're using some free like browser software or something like that. It looks abysmal. They don't have a consistent brand. It looks unprofessional, and it kind of turns people off. And so their project's kind of done before it gets started. Or they can go to a site like Fiverr, which is very common. This is what clients with a low budget do. But typically that quality is going to be lower, much lower than if you hire, a decent designer. And it's still going to cost money. And again, there's a lot of people who have great ideas or want to do stuff on social media and beyond, and they don't really have any budget. So that option is not even available to them. And then finally, they can hire a proper, fully fledged, experienced designer, but that is prohibitively expensive. And so again, for many people, that's not an option, and they just can't execute on their ideas and on their projects. Whereas for a designer, they get to do it themselves. It looks awesome. They can execute it quickly and they can do it for free. And that is insane. And I'm going to get to this in a sec, but this is why I love it so much, that kind of marriage of business and design. And you look at what the team at Front Row have done. They've pulled all of this off themselves, right? Can you imagine if they had to outsource everything and they had no clue what looked good and what didn't? They pulled together this beautiful website, this beautiful brand, and this incredible conference. And they pretty much magic that out of thin air just with talent and hard work. And hopefully Ryan can kind of hear me bigging him up right now. But
I
I do think
appreciate it.
you hear what I'm saying though, Ryan. Can you imagine trying to pull off something like Front Row
Oh
where you
man.
had none of the skill set being able to do it? Like how much that would cost, how long that would take, how you
Yeah, it
couldn't
would
you
take
couldn't
a lot
adjust, you
longer.
couldn't do anything quickly.
Yeah.
So it's a freaking superpower, I'm telling you guys. And of course, as I say, the cost is zero. It just takes time. It just takes hard work. So what I want to encourage everyone to do today is I want you to embrace your creative superpowers, embrace your talent, and try and use it to fly, because you really can. When you apply it in the right ways, you can harness those superpowers and do a lot of good with them. And as I alluded to just a moment ago, when you combine your creative skill set with business skill set, which absolutely any of us can learn, then it's absolutely incredible. It's something I've talked about a lot before. I've done public speaking, talking about the marriage of design and marketing for this very reason. And in my eyes, this is the secret sauce, right? This is the salt bay. When you sprinkle the business side on top of design, or you sprinkle good design on top of business, magic really does happen. And there's never been more opportunity for this kind of setup than right now, right this moment. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples of people that I've coached and worked with. So example number one, hopefully she's watching, but I don't know, is Emma. And Emma just created this fantastic business out of thin air, essentially. She had a relatively small following on Instagram, but it was showing promise. And she combined her lettering skills with her love of Christianity. And that was something that appealed to a lot of her community. And she managed to make $1,500 in a week launching these Bible lettered prints to her audience. And again, that is so amazing. The fact she could just pull that together with hard work and talent is incredible. She didn't outsource anything. She just created a business, like I say, almost out of thin air. And that's the thing I love most about entrepreneurship. It's that creativity. It's that bringing ideas to life. And that's where your creative superpowers kick in. And you can see some of her awesome work here, right? It's no surprise it did well because it's really, really nice. So another example is my friend Dina. And Dina's got incredible talent as an illustrator. She's also an advocate for mental health, body positivity, sex positivity, and she likes to smoke a lot of weed. Dina's awesome. So she channeled all of these interests into a thriving apparel business. And you can see Dina here. She sells tons of this stuff. She's got a really, really great, really successful business. She also gets awesome client work, but she's primarily driving these cool items of merch. And she's got a loyal band of followers that just support everything she does. She's built an incredible community around it. And again, she's done it by harnessing design as her superpower. And the thing is, these people are not the exception anymore. They're not the stuff that you read about in the papers where they're the freak case that happened to make it in a difficult world. More and more and more creatives are leaning into their entrepreneurial tendencies and exploring these options and bringing their ideas to life in a commercially successful way. So many of my friends, including Ryan, are doing amazing things to bring their ideas to life. They're doing incredible things to create these projects from nothing, simply using their talents. And Ryan, I know you did a talk earlier today, which I caught part of, which was fantastic, where you were talking about how to make money as a designer, right?
Exactly. Ways to monetize your creative audience.
Absolutely. And there have never been more ways. There's never been more options and abundance available to us. So I'll fly through these because I know you touched on some of them earlier.
For sure.
But you can, of course, do client services. You can sell strategy, which more and more of my friends are getting into. You can consult, you can coach, you can produce courses. I don't, hold on, let me check this out. Oh, there's no conference on there, but conferences in the case of Front Row, pretty cool.
Should be on there.
You can start a Patreon account. I had a call this morning with a friend of mine and we were geeking out over her Patreon. She makes $20,000 a month from her Patreon. It's not even like the main part of her business, but it's insane. And, you know, she started that like a year and a half ago. So absolutely amazing. Affiliates and sponsorships, which Ryan touched on earlier. You can make money recommending other people's products. You can get sponsored by brands, all that kind of cool stuff. And again, there's a million variants of this. My friend Ian Barnard, for example, he's been sponsored by Tombow. He's had all of these cool partnership deals. And that's opening up more and more as, you know, the influencer world. By the way, speaking of influencers, can everyone see me, Ryan, or just see the presentation?
Yeah, everybody can still see you.
They can see me. Cool. Check this out. I got the influencer ring light. Finally, guys.
I like it.
I'm going to be doing detox tea sales in no time.
And the TikToks. Can't forget the TikToks.
Yeah, exactly. You can also create physical products, like I mentioned with Emma and Dina and many other people. I have so many friends now who are selling prints, who are selling merch, who are selling apparel and all of these kinds of things. You can make digital products. And that's what my business model is, right? We work with hundreds of designers and many of them are earning six figures and beyond. Many of them on the smaller scale are paying their bills. And, you know, they're going on that extra vacation every year. They're bringing in some passive income. There's a whole range of success within that, but more and more people are doing it and are finding success. And it's incredible. There's people making fonts, making graphics, turning their illustrations into digital illustrations and so on, mock-up templates, textures. There is so many options in the digital product world. It's insane. And like I say, I love seeing that thrive and grow and more people embracing that. And then licensing, people can do things like they can sell their patterns at scale and sell pattern design and things of that nature to companies. So there's a ton of options. And what I want people to think about is going from that old, outdated, starving artist concept to superhero artist. Because I hope you're going to embrace what I talked about today and realize you do have superpowers. You have real life superpowers. And going back to that kid in the art class where everyone's kind of awestruck of like, why can they do that and I can't? I just think it's so key to embrace your natural talents and embrace the opportunities that affords all of us, because it opens up the entire world in a way that just isn't an option for regular folk. So it really is a new dawn of opportunity for creatives. And the beauty is we can overcome any obstacles that stand in our superhero ways. We can leap over things. We can execute fast. We can embrace that speed. We can be creative. We can be tech savvy. We can keep the costs down. We can launch our projects. It's an amazing, amazing time. And the beauty is there's so many platforms that actually help us with this now. Stuff like Front Row wouldn't have been possible without, 100 times the budget 10 years ago, probably. Sites like Patreon, Shopify, etc., Printful. There are so many third parties that are now affordable to all of us, where we can launch stuff faster and better than ever before, and we can channel our target into actually doing a really awesome business on the back of it. So if you're going to take away anything, and I hope you appreciate the cheesy pun here with the photo, but if you're going to take away anything, I think it is so important to step outside of the echo chamber. Yes, it's a great supportive community, and I love being part of the design community, but I don't think it's where you should spend all of your time, because you lose perspective on how you can actually apply your talents to the wider world outside this community. It's also potentially damaging, because when you're looking around and everyone in your space is insanely talented and a brilliant designer, well, you don't feel so special. But when you step into a room where you're the only designer and you're outside that echo chamber, suddenly you feel pretty special. You feel pretty talented. So
And
do
we love a good
recognize that
pun.
you're, yeah, thanks, man. So do recognize that you're a creative superhero. Do apply your talents to create your own success and bring your awesome ideas to life. And grab the abundance and opportunity available, because, like I say, the platforms, the infrastructure available to us right now is greater than it's ever been. And every single month, every single year that goes by, it gets cheaper, it gets easier, more options open up to us in terms of technologies, and that opportunity is just immense. So that's my little presentation. I want to say a huge thank you for everyone for tuning in. If you do want to check me out at all, DESIGNCUTS is my baby. It's the highest rated, most curated design marketplace in the world, where you can get all of these digital assets to save time and money on your projects and save a ton in the process. I'm on Tom Ross Media on all social media accounts, and that's where I love to just bring free value and help as many people as I can with business and marketing in the creative community. And then I've got my couple of podcasts, The Honest Designer Show and Biz Buds, that I do with my man, Mike Jander, the incredibly handsome individual that he is, and having a ton of fun with that. And I just want to say again, thank you to everyone that's attended today and watching the replay. And a huge thank you to Ryan and the whole team at Front Row, Thomas and everyone else. You guys are awesome.
That's awesome. That was an awesome presentation. I have a flood of questions coming in. So I guess if you're happy, Tom, we can jump in some live Q&A straight away.
Let's do it. I don't know how long I was meant to go for, but hopefully that worked in terms
That's
of
right
length.
now. It's more than fun, I think. I think we got about
Cool.
15, 20 minutes before we jump onto our game show session where
Cool.
Tom and I will be collaborating on some drawings, I guess. Where you guys
It
have to
should be
guess
fun.
what we're drawing. It's going to be super fun, and we're giving away a bunch of different products. So that's going to be
This
exciting.
is where I'm talking about having like some level of talent in art class, and everyone's going to see this and be like, not so much.
Those stick figures, no, not going to cut it. All right. I have a few questions coming in, some related to the talk, some not. The first one I wanted to ask you was, how did you first learn about marketing, or like what was that first maybe click of moment in your life where it's like, hey, this is marketing and this is like where I can learn it?
So I was self-taught completely, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. I started very young, so actually I found I had a natural interest in marketing. So I started design really at like age 12, and not soon after I started learning marketing. So I learned the two of them hand in hand. And truth be told, it was a lot of digging, and there's way, way less information back in the day. I'm 32 now. This is like 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, when you tried to search internet marketing and learn this stuff, terrible information, sleazy advice. And I went down that rabbit hole. I never like mistreated anyone horrendously or anything like that. But a lot of the marketing I learned was all about like chase the followers, chase the big numbers, how to squeeze more traffic, and push people through your sales funnel and that kind of stuff. And so it took me a lot of years to actually have to dig through all of that crap and find better mentors, and get better advice and kind of embrace the human side of marketing that I love today. But it's been a journey. The beauty is you can shortcut that now because there's more and more great mentors out there. There's way more good advice available. So what took me 20 years of trial and error and figuring it out, I think a lot of you could do in kind of 5 or less.
That's awesome. How do you manage your time between building brand awareness, so your social media content, and actually working on tasks that actually bring in the money, so design cuts?
Yeah, so I mean, my personal brand is my side hustle. I'm very much full time at my company. That is, well, I'd love to say 9 to 5, but obviously, you know what running a company is like. It's definitely not.
I've been doing like
Um,
8 to 11 every night for the past fortnight.
Yep, I hear you. So, yeah, the company definitely comprises the majority of my focus and energy. The only way really I'm able to pull off the side hustle is I get help. So I have 3 full-time staff supporting me. I make a small amount from coaching and things of that nature, but I undercharge myself because I like to help the maximum number of people, and I actually reinvest basically every dollar from the coaching into paying my small growing team
Awesome.
of part-time staff. But I'm getting it, like I'm such a believer in delegation, people. I really am, and so I'm in a position where my day job pays my bills and lifestyle. So I reinvest everything with my personal brand. And now I spend a bit of time at the weekend writing content. I spend a bit of time during the week responding to comments and every DM and that kind of thing. But my content gets designed for me. My podcast gets edited and published for me. My posts on Instagram now, my VA's doing them. All kinds of tasks seamlessly happen in the background without me ever worrying about it. So the truth is, I get help.
Yeah, I think as a creative, I think a lot of other designers and creatives out there will agree with this, that like they kind of just want to do everything themselves. But then you've actually got to realize that, hold on, you can't actually do everything yourself. And that's why delegating can be so powerful, even if it's the smaller stuff to start off with. Like, just make those steps to actually starting to delegate. For example, Front Row here, like, technically I could kind of do everything myself, maybe not the broadcasting, but everything else you could kind of do. I just got to figure
Uh,
out from my production
well, you got
assistant
the
to like,
genius Thomas
yeah,
behind the
exactly.
scenes.
Like some of that stuff, maybe not, but I mean, I could pull it off very roughly, but not as good and high quality as this. So I think, yeah, like the idea is the more you can delegate, the better, because it frees you up to focus on things that are actually more important.
Love it. By the way, I've finally got it. Now I'm not screen sharing. I've got your comments open, so I can finally
Ah,
see everyone's comments.
awesome,
And there's
awesome.
loads of
Great
nice
to hear.
feedback. So thank you. I just saw good day, Frank. What's up, Reagan? In fact, let's call him
320
Frank.
people.
That's all I
What's
know him
up?
as.
I
Yeah,
love it.
320. That's awesome. So thank you so much for the kind words and comments, everyone.
That's awesome. I have a couple more questions that I have here.
Sure.
Um, what's the biggest challenge you've faced during this pandemic?
That's a good one. I think probably around self-care, mental health, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Because business wise has actually been surprisingly good because we're online, we're
Mm,
pivoting, we're adjusting very quickly, and we were kind of prepared for an emergency situation like this. So that wasn't too stressful. I have family who are really struggling, so I've got enormous empathy for anyone that is struggling right now. But I think we will need to adjust. We need to pivot. We need to be adaptable. All of those traits are essential as entrepreneurs. And I've been really humbled and just impressed by how many entrepreneurs and creatives I've seen that do adjust very quickly. They've completely pivoted the sector they're targeting in terms of client work. They've adjusted and leaned into doing, cool online stuff like Front Row. And so, yeah, I think we're all going to make it through. But yeah, truthfully, it's just having those days of like, I feel like I barely left the house and I'm going stir crazy and that kind of thing. I
yeah,
think that happens to
yeah.
all of us.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's always nice to get outside. Alright, phew, I got a bunch of questions. There's way too many to choose from. Um,
I know I'm not good with brevity, but I'm happy to do quick fire because I want to get through
alright,
like as
let's
many
do
as
it.
I can. I want to try and answer
Some of them
everyone.
are fairly like some standard questions, but I'm happy to get your takes on them. Alright, so what were the first
Sure.
steps for you when starting to create design cards?
Um, well, first of all, work my face off. Like I say, I worked 100-hour weeks for a year and a half, so I wouldn't recommend doing that and burning out, but it does take a lot of work to start a company.
Mm,
Um, we did a lot of work behind the scenes. So we defined our audience, we defined our value proposition. I sat on a floor and actively differentiated myself from every single competitor. So I wrote all the competitors down, I wrote the strengths and their weaknesses and how they were operating. And then I systematically went through and worked out how to do the strengths better than them and how to eliminate the weaknesses or improve them and turn them into strengths. And by systematically doing that, I can ensure we were the best on every single front in our market. And when you're the best on every front, you become the no-brainer offering for the market you're trying to serve. So it was all that kind of stuff behind the scenes. Then having a big launch event is a great way to kind of launch with a bang instead of just launching cold, and then pulling on relationships and network to get other people with wider audiences helping with the distribution, and then treating customers so incredibly well, making friends one-on-one, chatting like this with our first few hundred customers, so they became very loyal, told their friends, and things spread via word of mouth because of that customer care coupled with a tremendous product market fit.
That's
That's the
awesome.
very condensed answer.
Yeah, no, I like it. What do you do when you run out of ideas? Like, how do you come up with more ideas?
um Two things: get outside of your space and steal ideas from other sectors. So I don't mean steal in a bad way, but like I've had all kinds of marketing ideas from, I don't know, like the Hollywood movie space. I'll see how a movie's being promoted or marketed, and I'll be like, how could I adapt that and kind of channel that into what I'm doing? So I think often there's inspiration again outside of that echo chamber that you operate in. And I know it is, within the design community on Instagram, for example, so many ideas do get kind of regurgitated and recycled. And this is why many of the best creatives I know don't follow similar accounts, even if they respect and like them, because they want to try and not be influenced by them. So I think poking your head up, looking outside of that echo chamber is one, as well as listening to your community, because so many ideas come from the conversations we have with our community that will trigger like, oh, people keep asking about that. I should make a piece of content around that.
For sure. Speaking about Instagram, someone asked, how do you stand out when everyone seems to just be creating carousels, the same carousel?
Sure. So carousels, like there's an element of fatigue with it. I mean, personally, I like to mix things up and not just have one type of content. But ultimately, it's not the carousels people are fatigued with. It might be the quality of content or the sameness of that content. So I think one of the strongest things people can do, and I still think hardly anyone is doing this, but they benefit from doing so, is take the experiences you actually have and then share what actually happened from implementing it. What most people are doing in terms of carousels and so on is either I have a hypothesis and I'm going to teach that like it's gospel, like it's truth, or I read something else that someone else said in a
Yeah,
book and I'm going to, adapt that for my audience and teach it even though I haven't lived it. And I'm not hating on anyone doing either of those things, but I'm just saying there's a tremendous opportunity if you become the guy or girl that says, well, I have an idea, I'm going to go execute on that idea, and then I'm going to share the exact results that came from it. And this is what I've done, over and over again, where it's like I went and posted every day for 30 days on LinkedIn. And then I showed the actual numbers behind what happened there and the wins and the failures and so on. I shared the entire process. What I didn't do is say, I think posting on LinkedIn every day for 30 days is a good idea and everyone should do it. I went and did it first and then I documented.
for sure. Documenting is incredibly a powerful tool for creating content. For example, like I've basically got a dedicated person here to do the behind the scenes
Yeah.
footage and everything for Front Row, and then that goes to a
Yeah.
freelance editor and that comes back to us. So we've kind of like
It's
systemized
great,
that
right?
process so we can just
And
document, and then put out that content.
and
Um,
anyone can do it at any level. Don't worry if you're more
Amazing.
junior. Document the junior stuff you're figuring out and learning and the little wins in your day and say, here's exactly how I did it. Just
Yeah,
share.
because chances are there'll be someone else, whether younger or not, or the same stage as you, who wants to see that type of content
Yeah.
and see what you're up to.
Mhm.
All right, cool. All right, we'll do a couple more questions. What was the most important non-design related advice that contributed to your personal and business?
Yeah, I instantly got this. It was something that one of my old business mentors taught me. He said, you can either serve your audience or sorry, let me flip this. You can either use your audience or you can serve them. And that changed everything for me. And what he meant was everyone's out there using their audience, as in they're trying to extract stuff from them. They're trying to extract likes and traffic and subscriptions and money ultimately. And when you shift that into a service mindset of, it's not what my audience can do for me, it's what I can do for them, then everything changes. And the way I think about this is like if I ran a 7-star hotel and this was like my VIP, person staying there, how would I fall over myself to look after them? And I've done this very consistently. I don't care if people say it's unscalable. I literally did this building my company when I was spinning all the plates in the world. I treated everyone like a VIP. I fell over myself to be like, how can I do a better job? How can I serve you better? What would make you happier? I literally would ask those questions and they tell me, and then I do it for them.
That's awesome. So what's the process of you for doing that? Was it like probably, 10 years ago, whenever was that just like emails? Was that a different social media
Yeah,
platform that you were using to engage with your customers? Like, what was that
sure.
process?
To be honest, it's not so much the processes, it's more the paradigm shift.
Mm,
Because when that really sunk in, I was like, I have been using people inadvertently without meaning to.
mm,
I need to start giving. I need to start serving. That's what unlocked everything. And so just because now, more people are doing it on Instagram or whatever, you can do that on any platform. Whether you've got an email newsletter, a website, you're
yeah,
doing it over the phone, it doesn't matter. Just, live to serve. And I think now everyone's kind of embraced this notion of provide value, right?
yeah,
And sometimes people, experience a degree of vagueness in that concept. But when you think of it in terms of being a service, um, again, just imagine this is a customer in your restaurant, or a client staying at your hotel, whatever it might be. How can you make their life easier and happier and better?
for sure. Well, that's kind of all the time we've got for live Q&A questions. First off, before we jump into a couple of other quick things, Tom, where can people follow you? For a couple of people who aren't following
Sure.
you, where can they follow you?
So the best places to follow me are all across social media, which is Tom Ross Media on Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn, etc., where I'm putting out a ton of free content. BizBuds podcast is something I'm currently super proud of. Doing that with Mike Jander. We try and
Mm,
make each episode like a free course, super actionable to help you with your marketing and business. And then Design Cuts, of course.
yeah,
DesigncutS.com is my baby and my company.
sure.
Oh,
Maybe where
and
you got
sorry,
stage, do you
I've got
want
too much
to...
stuff. And tomross.co.co.
Yeah,
Tomross.co is my
awesome.
website, where you can get my free guide for
Yeah.
niching.
Yeah, our team loves it, especially Tom, our head of broadcast. He's like such a good guide. He's giving me a smile
Shout
right
out to
now.
Tom. Big fan of Tom.
Do you want to quickly run us through then, Tom, like our thing we've put together for a collaboration with Design Cuts and Pitchproof for the event?
Yeah, sure, mate. So, I talked to Ryan, and he approached me about Front Row, and I was honored not only to speak, but at Design Cuts, we're doing this awesome collaboration with design assets. So we've actually put together this whole gigantic page where we went and talked to all of our designers. We negotiated a 50% discount on most of our best-selling products, and this is exclusively available for the Front Row audience. So we can see a bunch of you have already grabbed this. People are really, really loving it, which is fantastic. And if you want to check it out, there's just a ton of stuff in there. These are seriously popular resources. And our marketplace has this special thing where if you grab multiple resources, you can save up to a further 50%. So you can get these things for like up to 75% off, which is ludicrous and
It's crazy.
not available anywhere else.
Yeah, for sure. And it's only this week early, so go get
Yeah.
it, go check it out. The links will be in the description to our virtual expo. So you can check that. I think it's the featured one for today, so go check that out, and it'll be up there all the time anyway. But definitely go check it out before the end of the week and before the end of the conference, because there are some really good deals in there that you do not want to miss. All right. So what actually Tom and I are going to be doing in a couple of minutes time, we're going to be taking about a 5-10 minute break, and then we're going to come back on the same live stream, so you don't have to quit or anything like that. Just stay on the same live stream. We're going to come back and we're going to be playing a game of Scribble, where Tom and I are going to be collaborating on some drawings. You guys have to guess what we're drawing, and then if you guess what we're drawing correctly in about a minute, you'll be entered randomly into the draw to win once some of the amazing prizes that Design Cuts have offered us to give away to you guys. So that's a super fun game show that we're kind of putting on. But yeah, it's going to come up in about 10 minutes time or so. So stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. But Tom, thank you so
It'll be
much for
fun.
this workshop. I've personally found it a lot of quite valuable. And I know that our audience would have as well. And I've just been like checking my Instagram as we're going through, and like I see heaps of like screenshots of you on here. So I'm sure you'll be
Oh,
flooded
really?
with DMs too. Yeah.
Thank you,
Um,
guys. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the digital Pictionary. This is going to be
it's going
probably
to be
quite
fun.
funny. I don't have a tablet. I don't even have a mouse. I'm going to be on here on my track, on my touchpad.
I mean, it adds to the challenge, so we'll see how we go.
It should be fun. But yeah, tons of
All right,
prizes.
all right, awesome. So thanks, Tom, for joining us. Just a couple other notes before we finish up here. Like I said, I just want to thank our sponsors, Adobe XD and Holograph. Links are in the description. Super awesome teams. Like I said, up in 5-10 minutes. You don't have to go anywhere. We'll just go to a B-back soon screen in a second. And then just stay on here for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll be game show ready. If you want to join the Slack community, where we chat and we've got meet attendees, it's all in the description. The virtual expo, like I said with Tom, you can check everything out there. If you want a VIP pass, they're 30% off until tomorrow morning my time. So you've got like 8 hours or so to actually get 30% off. You can rewatch this session and many other sessions, access to our mentoring sessions. There's a ton of value in the VIP pass, and it's 30% off. And then, yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you share on social media. Frontrow2020, tag Pitchproof. That's kind of it from me. I do want to thank our team again. I always will, because they're super important to us. We obviously got Tom Bouquet behind the scenes on Head of Broadcast, Matt Hayward, Ben Martin, Billy Wilson, Courtney Zudemer, Lawrence Digital for the animations, Drop Music Branding for the audio branding. That's it. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Grab a quick drink, go to the toilet, and we'll be back very soon. Hey everyone, welcome back to Frontrow2020. We're up to the next session now. We just had Tom Ross's workshop on design and how that's actually a superpower. Now we are going to be joined by Tom Ross in just a second again, and we're going to be playing a game of Scribble, or like Pictionary, where you guys have to guess what we're drawing for the chance to actually win some amazing prizes. So we've got 30 prizes to give away. It's going to be super fun. Things could go wrong. We don't know. Don't judge our drawing ability. I'm gonna say that at the start. Tom and I are both using our just like mouse tracker on our keyboards. So it's probably not gonna be great quality, but it's worth a shot anyway, I guess. And hopefully it'll be a fair bit of fun. Make sure you share pictures and videos and join in on the fun using the hashtag Frontrow2020 and tag us at Pitchproof. And we'll try to chuck that up there. And make sure you tag Tom in on everything as well at Tom Ross Media. And obviously a huge thanks to our sponsors, Adobe XD and Holobrief. Links in the description. If you haven't already, join the Slack channel. Check out the virtual expo, heaps of goodies. We've got an awesome thing going on with DESIGNCUTS where there's like 50% off some top selling products. That's the featured expo item for today, so definitely go check that out. And then again, VIP passes 30% off until tomorrow morning, so you got like 8 hours to do that. It's currently midnight here in Australia. So yeah, I'm going to plug in my earphones so I can hear Tom. Tom, are you there?
I am here, Ryan. How are you?
Let's do it. Are you excited?
I'm excited and quite scared to show my lack of talent when it comes to under pressure Pictionary.
Yeah. I mean, we're designers, but we probably can't even do six-figure drawings, right? Anyway.
We'll see.
Couple of things to keep in mind is so when we go through these words and when we do the drawings, so we're gonna pick a random winner. It's not the first person to guess the word though. So you can guess the word, doesn't matter if someone's got it before you. We're gonna randomly choose a winner from our team. From our back end, and then we'll put it on stream like 30 seconds after the winners has been chosen. So just prepare for that. So yeah, once you guess the word, just let me know. All you have to do is literally just type in chat what you think we're drawing. You've got a minute to do so. You'll see the graphics on the screen go crazy. I think that's kind of it. I'm just going to get a thumbs up from my team that I've covered everything. All right, sweet. So Tom and I are going to be drawing on a whiteboard here that I've got up. We'll try to get that screen up, Tom. All right, so are you ready for the first word, Tom?
Born ready, Ryan.
All right, so you can see we've got our virtual canvas here. You got to guess the word that we're drawing in chat, guys. So we're going to be drawing. There might be some, I'm not sure if there's music or whatnot in the background, but just try to guess what we're drawing in chat. If you do guess it, you'll be entered into the chance to win an amazing product, which will also be featured on screen. All right, if you're ready, I don't even know what I'm going to draw for the first one. I haven't had any practice
it's
or
so
anything
hard,
like
mate.
I should have, but all right. You ready? All right, let's do it.
So everyone has to guess. Let's do it.
All right, we're going. All right, we got a minute. All right, so we're winning the Greatly Font Duo. This is not a great start. This is a really bad representation of this too.
You couldn't have started with a more difficult one.
I mean, you know, got to ease into it. This is difficult. If anyone guesses this, I'll be impressed.
This is surprisingly hard, actually.
Oh, yours is so much better than mine.
Mate, what are you using right now? Because are you on your touchpad?
Yeah.
Same as me.
Yeah. I'm also trying to draw quick, so it doesn't really work that well. This is gonna be. I could just hear our head of broadcast Tom in the background go, "This is so bad." That's clever. I like that. All right, so the word, the time's up. The word was startup. I'm not sure if anyone got that word. No one got the word, which is a good start. Maybe
pick the most creative guess for a prize.
Yeah, I think so. If there's there's heaps of words going off. Yeah, so most creative guess. We've got 400 people watching these drawings, which is not great.
I saw startup.
Startup? Oh yeah, someone did write startup. It's afterwards, apparently. Alright, that's great.
Oh, is it not the delay, though?
Oh, that's true. We'll have to check it. My team will check that. Alright, we'll try to rub out this artboard so we can jump into the next word.
Okay. Let me know when we're starting.
Mine, sure. Alright. Are we ready to write the second word? Yep. All right, second word, here we come. Hopefully this one's a little bit better.
Okay.
I feel more confident about this one.
Hold on, wait. Have we started?
Yep, we have started now.
Okay. I was cheating there. I got a head start on you.
So I feel like we need it, Tom. I feel like people are going to get this.
Oh, mate, I didn't know we could switch colors.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
We've got green, we've got red, we've got yellow.
I'm going to keep it simple and monochrome.
Oh,
it's so hard to keep a steady hand.
I know, isn't it? People get it.
See that perfect circle?
Yeah,
that
people are starting to get
that.
it.
That's my hand. All right, we got a ton of people.
You got about 10 seconds left. Oh, a little bit longer, actually.
Okay.
I think we're pretty good here, aren't we? This is a bit of an easier one.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that stunning flag. Oh, look at him. He's got the colours and everything.
So the word was goal, which is funny. And a bunch of people got this one, which is awesome. So we can probably rub that one out now, I think.
This is actually really fun.
That's awesome. If anyone guesses this
guessing,
next
guys.
word, I will personally follow you on Instagram.
It's going to happen.
Alright, I think, do we have a winner over there? We will try to show a winner on the screen. The winner is, drumroll. Oh, it's being typed into the computer. The anticipation is high. Here we go. Alright, the winner is on the screen. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name because I'll probably stuff it up. I don't want to offend anyone. Alright, cool. Are you ready for the next word, Tom?
Yes, I'm ready.
Alright, it's just 5 seconds until we start. Alright, next round. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, what? You're so high. Get out of my space, Ryan.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're doing. That's not bad. Got a bit of character.
It's
for the more stick figure approach.
Oh my
I
god,
think this color is essential.
This is so difficult with your trackpad.
Ooh. How do I add yellow?
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's very good. We know who's the better at drawing faces. Alright, so the word's up. The word was Michael Janda. You don't really get a lot of time, do you?
Oh man, that evaporated.
They went very quick.
I was about to say like incredibly handsome.
Alright, we have a winner.
I saw someone say
I'm not sure if we'll have time to switch to the winner every round, but I guess we can start to rub this one out and jump to the next word. People wrote Christo. I mean, yeah, I can kind of say it. Michael Janda and Christo have similarities.
The Ball brothers.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, awesome. We're just about to get a winner on the screen, which is cool.
Awesome.
Alright, so we're up to word number... Well, these are some hard words, actually. I should have made them easier. Congratulations to Liam Jackson. You have won an awesome prize from DESIGNCUTS. We'll be contacting you afterwards to actually get that delivered to you. Alright, cool. Alright, word number 4, Tom. Let's go. Alright, we're starting. Let's go.
Okay.
I don't even know... Ooh. This is for some Apple device mock-ups. Ooh, no.
Congratulations, by the way, to the winners so far.
Oh, we can do the
Wait, hold on. We're on number 4, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, I thought you were doing glasses again.
I don't think that's what it looks like. But...
I was like, is that Mike Jander again? He's always popping up, that guy.
Oh, what does it look like?
Okay.
Do you kind of see what I'm trying to draw, Tom?
Yeah, just about.
Just
You're
about.
a man of many talents.
5 seconds.
Oh no. Hold on, I'm coloring in.
Cyber. So the word was Tesla. I was trying to draw the Cybertruck. I can't really remember the shape. Alright, I'm hoping we have a winner there. I mean, it kind of worked. I kind of had the vehicle, you had the logo.
A perfect partnership, Ryan. I think we nailed it from both sides.
Alright, we'll erase that. That's why we get a word up on the winner up on screen. Congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, word number 5. I'm feeling confident. I actually have a visual reference I can use down in the bottom corner, so
that's cheating.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright.
Can I do the perspective? Nope. Ah, that's tricky.
Just checking, is the winner's name popping up?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh no. This is... Yeah, okay. I think we're heavily relying on your drawings, Tom, because mine are not doing well.
This is so hard. Rapid fire shading. Can someone just put me in like Photoshop?
You got 5 seconds.
No, I'm trying.
Something you
I can't
eat.
color quickly enough.
Oreo,
I saw a couple of the correct guesses.
Miriam Isaac.
Is she there? The Oreo queen.
Hoping we get a winner. We got a winner. Fantastic. Someone got it. That's amazing. I'm not sure. I was trying to do the top of an Oreo. I'm not sure if I pulled it off or not, but...
No, it's pretty good. I like the texture.
Alrighty. Let's get the next word up. Alright, so we got the winner on the screen. Congratulations. Oh, it's Evad Sanders. Congratulations. Alright, word number 6. Here we go. Let's do it. Oh. I'm like encroaching on your space.
Feel the pressure. Oh, what?
Oh, that was it.
I was trying to do a rounded rectangle.
Ooh. I feel confident people are going to get this one.
You would hope so. Oh my god, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. But...
I mean, it works. What do we got? Got 10 seconds. Alright, then we'll draw... oh, what's something you can draw? Like a house? It's not great.
I've just given up because my drawing's perfect.
It's 1 second. There we go. The word was Photoshop, and I believe we have a few winners. I'm
loving seeing how active the chat is. Yeah, right?
That's insane.
This is so fun, guys.
Oh, I can't even keep up.
So many guesses.
418 people watching, which is crazy.
That's very cool. And if you're enjoying it, do share it with friends and get them to come get involved.
Oh, definitely. Definitely do that. Oh, wouldn't you? All right. Not a bad result. We'll start to rob that out. Heaps of people chose Photoshop. Congratulations to the winner on the screen. Ooh, what's next? All right, word number 7, Tom.
Okay, let me know when to start.
All right, I'm trying to rub out real quick.
Go.
All right, we're good to go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the word? Oh, yeah, we got this one.
It's really interesting to see. It's really interesting to see how we perceive things like very slightly differently.
I feel like I've got more of the icon approach and you've got a bit more of a character.
I like it though. Comparable styles.
And a bit of yellow. Time's almost elapsed. About 15-20 seconds left.
Yeah.
Yours is awesome. That's very clear.
I love what you're doing with the color.
I'm trying. It's the effort that counts.
Just remember, guys, we're doing this on trackpads. Don't judge us.
Yes. So the word was pizza. I'll just rub it out. I should have left it up there a bit longer. That's all right. But we can leave yours up there. That looks pretty good. I like it. All right. We'll get rid of that one as we prepare for the next word. The winner will appear on screen in just a second. So congratulations, Connor. All right, next word, word number 8. Here we go. 8 out of 30.
All right.
All right. What are we trying? Ooh. Okay.
We're ready?
I feel like, yep, we're ready to go. I feel like I can draw this. Tom definitely taking the more detailed approach. Bit of evil to it. About 15-20 seconds.
Okay. Hold on, wait. I think I've done that wrong. They've come out of the wrong place.
Oh, I saw mine. I presume someone would have got it though. The word was cats, which is awesome.
You'd hope so.
Yeah. You got a very evil cat there.
Yeah, it's very angry.
How do you explain to your wife, Tom, what you do for a job? Yeah, honey, I came home and I drew a cat.
Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Yeah.
Doodling with my friend Ryan.
Just drawing cats.
This kind of stuff's my favorite part of the job.
400 people. Just the usual. Congratulations to the winner on screen. We'll rub all that out. All right, lovely. Next word. Here we go. Oh, this one should be fun. I hope I could draw this one.
All right. We ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Oh, this is tough.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Ooh. Interesting. I think we're going for the same approach here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Oh. I'm trying to get some hair in here. A little fresh. Did we get it? Okay, word's up. Time's up. The word was me, Ryan Hayward. People wrote Tom and Jerry. Oh, the chat's just like going crazy. Ryan front row t-shirt. Give me merch. Alright, awesome. Alright, I guess we can rub that one out. I think most people caught on to that, or they got something similar, which is awesome.
I made you look like a bit of a stud there, mate.
I like it. I'm not complaining. Alright, so I believe winner is on screen. Congratulations, Danielle. And then, yeah, alright, word number 10, I believe. Let's get into it. Alright, let's go. Alright, next round appears. Alright.
That.
Alright, I might try to add to your drawing, Tom. If you want to see
really?
And I'll do the color.
You do the color, okay.
I'll start with doing something color. So maybe
Take
if
it.
you do like an outline, we can collaborate. So you guys, this is what you should be doing. Go into people's
Yeah.
DMs, reach into Tom and I's DMs and go, yo, let's draw things together. Let's draw cats together.
There we go. Are you doing the acronym in your head right now?
Well, fortunately, the color options help.
Yeah.
And the order they're in.
Oh, right.
That'll do. Keep it rough.
Yeah, why does everyone say my name?
I don't know. Alright, surely some people are starting to guess this one now. Alright, time's up.
Yeah.
Word was rainbow. So hopefully
Nailed
we get a
it.
winner there.
And
We got a winner, which is awesome. That should appear on
Sweet.
screen in a second.
Shout out to all the LGBTQ designers out there
Definitely.
who are celebrating Pride Month in June.
Absolutely. Oh, chat is going crazy. Good luck trying to keep up with it all. Oh, it's ridiculously fast. Congratulations, Natalie. All right, next word. Here we go. Word number 11.
Okay.
I think you'll be better at this one, Tom, than me. I have a feeling.
We'll wait and see.
Alright. Alright, we're on. Let me see what I'm trying to do. Ooh. Do that. Half time has elapsed.
Well, that's pretty good, Ryan.
Not
I should
bad.
have gone down that route.
We definitely don't have long enough to draw, but I guess it's part of the challenge.
I'm seeing some correct guesses. Not as many for this one, but
It's not bad. Alright, we do have some winners though, and time is up. Word was London. For those who didn't guess. Hey, I see the bridge, I see the flag. I tried to draw the Big Ben.
yeah, it was pretty good, Big Ben.
Yeah. Had some time to add some detail. Alright, we'll rub that out. A winner will be appearing on screen. Congratulations, Jay Kingdon. Alright, next word's going to be tough.
We shall see.
My team's like, there's no way they're guessing this.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, we're good to
I'll be
go.
very impressed if people get
We're
it.
good.
Actually, let's restart it. It's the hard part.
Yeah, sure, restart it. We're just going to restart timer for everyone. Give them an extra couple of seconds.
We ready? Okay.
Yep. Oh, what am I trying to stop screen? Oh, yeah. I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but I've ruined it.
Oh, how do I?
I can't remember how this works. Hold on.
No, that doesn't work. It's been a little while.
Oh yeah, I can't remember anatomy. Oh
Ooh,
no, and
how's it?
the eraser. No, the eraser doesn't let me get the right size.
I think the time's up. The word was a collaboration. So if someone got that, or if someone got close, congratulations. You are
You're a
extremely
genius.
good at guessing. We do have a winner though. Someone who got similar or close. So I can
That's
rub that
amazing.
out. Alright. Alright, awesome. That's fantastic. I believe a winner's about to come in. They're typing it on the iPad. And what we've done this year for everyone who's watching, everything's kind of like automated on our end. So we've got like everything like paired through iPads. It's a really cool setup. So if you are watching, next couple of days, there'll be a setup video that comes out. So if you're interested in how we put everything like this together, you should definitely check it out. Alright, so the winner is Yakta. Congratulations. All right, word number
Congrats.
13. This one's a little bit easier.
Okay. Thank
All right,
goodness.
here we go. Let's do it. Ooh, what is that? Nice. I think we're getting better at drawing as we go through.
Well, we couldn't possibly get worse, so that's encouraging.
All right, about, ooh, that's not good. 15 seconds left. And we have a winner already, which is congratulations. Yeah, a couple of seconds left to get into the draw. Alright, so the word was computer, which people go on workspace, Apple, desktop, laptop. Yeah, a few computers. There we go, fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, mate, I love the
what
little
type of
red.
computer is that?
Mate, I don't know. I love your little
Oh, with, like, the
maximize,
inverted
minimize
screen.
things.
Yeah. Alright, awesome. We'll start to erase that one. Alright,
Yeah,
number
I
14.
went a bit more retro with mine.
Yeah. How are we tracking for time? Alright. I think we're going well. Alright, congratulations, Geraldo. Stuff coming your way soon. Alright, next round. Here we go, number 14. This one's tough.
Yeah,
Alright,
this one's
let's
very
go.
tough. Okay.
I've got an idea. Or have I taken up too much of your space? I'll go alright. You gotta draw like super quick too.
Yeah. That's so weird, mate. Were you looking at mine?
No!
Great minds.
I guess it could be something.
Hold on.
Ten seconds left. That's clever. Oh, I saw some very similar words. Yeah, a few people got it. Magic Shriek was the answer. The chat is going crazy right now. 420
so
people
fun,
just
right?
like comedy magician, Magic Shriek, everything. That's insane. Alright, let's review our drawings real quick.
I like
I
the
felt
little
like a
magic
well
lines
needed to
coming
be
off
added.
yours. Wow. Go full Owen Wilson.
I believe we are getting a winner chopping up on screen in a second. Ooh, so congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, new word number, what are we doing? 15. This one's gonna be tough. Yep. Alright, here we go, we're on. You can win some Morris Garden graphics, which is awesome. Whoop. Might just fix my camera there. Alright, we're back.
I got a head start.
Had a head start, yep. Just had to fix my camera. Alright, this is tough.
Don't judge. Don't judge Thomas.
I'm not sure if people heard that, but our head broadcaster's like, guys, you can do better than this. The word was mock up. I'm not sure if we got one close. I don't know, we might just have to give it to someone random or someone who got kind of close. I mean, we tried to. I drew a bag. I didn't get to the mock up stage, but we got the bag.
I don't know why I didn't mock up a logo instead of a little person.
Oh, I was gonna put like a logo or some sort of like symbol on like the bag or something. I don't know. It was worth a shot.
I think that's the worst one of today.
That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the first one wasn't great either, apparently. Alright, word number 16. Just after we get a winner real quick, I believe. It's getting typed into the chats. So we are over halfway through, I believe. What time are
super
we
fun
going
though.
for? It is super fun. Congratulations to Jan Santos in the chats. Stuff coming your way. Alright, word number 16. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna add some colour.
There's no time for colour, Ryan.
There's always time for colour. Alright. I think it's alright. So I believe we have 436 viewers, which is awesome. And I just see everybody going crazy. Like literally crazy.
It's so cool. I'm seeing some good guesses there.
I just love the idea that there's like a, like a conference, like a massive conference session, or like just like, 450 people in a room watching us draw these like very bad drawings. Let's be honest.
So I think it's something like $1,000 worth of prizes we're giving away today there.
It's crazy.
Which is pretty nuts. So we hope all the winners love working with their assets.
Absolutely. And the word was sunset for people who can see it on screen. I didn't see the sun's going down, and congratulations to the winner on screen there too. All right. Next word coming up. 17. This one's a tough one.
I've got an idea for this one.
Yeah, so do I. Let's go.
All right.
You draw the same thing, Tom.
It's going to be.
Asia. It might be a little bit different. Oh, similar. Ten seconds left. Oh, mine's not. Mine's just gone downhill. It's been a long time since I've drawn. Too much in the operation. So the word was Instagram bots. Which, as you can see, we've kind of tried to combine. And I was trying to draw like the Instagram logo on the shirt here of my robot, but it didn't really work out too well. Cool, so I believe we have a winner coming through. Yep, coming through in a second as we prepare for word 18, which I'm super excited for. Now let's start to rub this one out. Alright, congratulations, Jenny.
Congratulations.
Alright, next round, here we go. Word 18.
I think we're all winners here today though, right, Ryan? With people getting to observe such blistering levels of talent.
If that's how you want to describe it.
Oh man.
Oh, it's done the proper circle. That's alright. Career challenge. Not great drawing on my end, that's alright. Oh, someone got it apparently. Wow.
Oh crap!
That was very quick, whoever got it.
It's the power of branding.
Very much is. Got you like on screen. There you go, so the answer was Tom Ross. The one
Hell
and
of a
only.
self-portrait there. I look like a potato with a face.
I'll try my best. I mean, feel free to use it as your Instagram profile picture, you know, brand, building on brand awareness.
Oh no, I might actually have to photograph that before we
Oh,
rub it
I'll
out.
go back.
That's all good. Hold on.
Yeah, well, make sure you
That's
get a
so
high
funny.
quality definition one of that one.
Appreciate it.
Alright, congratulations to the winner on screen. We are up to number 19. 11 to go.
All right, we're getting there.
Making good time, actually. Yeah, well, it's almost 1 a.m. here in Australia. We had here grinding.
Good going, guys. Shout out to the Aussie team.
Alright, here we go. We're on number 19.
Cool.
Oh, I'm going to draw the most obvious thing first off. Oh, it's been covered.
Ah, I had lag. Ruined my drawing.
Yeah. I don't want to draw the same thing as you, but
Yeah, that's the obvious thing.
might have to. That's not too bad. Let's see. Everybody in chat, you got 10 seconds left, but think about what's been going on recently. People starting to get it, apparently, which is awesome. Yeah, work from home. Not bad. We got the work plus the home.
Pretty good.
Kind of works, kind of works. Oh, there's some tough ones coming up. Some tough words, guys. Alright, congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, word number 20. Here we go, 10 to go.
Okay.
This one is everyone's favorite. Oh yeah, very nice.
The level of concentration over here,
Yes,
Ryan.
it's definitely
Staggering.
high intense. I can actually add text. Someone got it. There you go. I think I'm done. I'm not gonna touch anything. Nah, that's clever. Hopefully, if you guys get the Instagram reference, as we've got 5 seconds left. Yeah, I see it's starting to come through. Carousels. There you go. That's the word. That's the answer. Congratulations to the
Oh, I
winner,
like
which
yours,
will
man.
appear
That's
on
good.
screen. I like the Seth Godin reference. That was cool. Alrighty. Ooh. This next one's gonna either be really tough or really easy.
I think it's going to be easy.
Oh, congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, next word, here we go. Got 60 seconds to guess it. Hopefully you guys can grab this one. Yeah, we're drawing the same thing. I don't know. There we go. We're done.
Yours is definitely better than mine.
That's oh no.
That is terrible.
Not sure what's going on in the middle here, but nah. But you're colouring yours in, so
I'm trying to salvage mine.
I'll just do that real quick.
I need to chunk it out.
Still over 400 people watching. Yeah, people going crazy. Front row. I think everybody's kind of got it now.
And that's branding, people.
That is very good, Brady. 5 seconds left.
Maybe
I
not
just
this
see
one.
everyone's just front row 2020, front row.
Oh no!
The word was front row 2020. Alright. It felt straightforward, wasn't it?
Oh, this next one's going to be a nightmare.
I do not even know where to start. Congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, here we go. Word 22.
Okay. And
I don't even know where to start. Oh, actually. Let's make that bigger.
yeah, I look like I'm drawing Pennywise.
I don't know. Oh.
And just remember, everyone, I will haunt your dreams with this piece.
This is very circular, mine. A lot of circles going on. Alright, the time's up. The word was Mickey Mouse, if anyone got that.
Oh no, I need to get the ears.
Oh, actually, quite a few people got it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Congratulations, everyone. Yeah, it works.
I mean, I'm not sure many kids would pay to see that attraction, but
No. Congratulations. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, next round. We'll just erase this artboard real quick. And we're up to word 23.7 to go. Alright. We'll just wait until Tom erases his artboard and we'll restart that timer. Alright, we're good. Let's do it.
okay.
Cool. Yeah, I see what we're doing. Maybe my things here are a bit too small.
Damn, this is difficult, people.
Don't overthink it, guys. Especially this one. The word was up and the word was zoo. Oh, I just realised I was drawing the wrong word. I was going to draw our next word. I'm going to raise mine so no one get a...
I did wonder. I was like,
From
that's
what
pretty
I drew,
ambiguous.
it probably doesn't make much sense. I was hoping you'd watch it. Tom's drawing. Did we get a few answers? Hopefully there's one being typed through. Yeah, alright, we got one. Fantastic. We'll wait until that appears. Yeah, I might just get rid of mine real quick. I'm like, oh yeah, at the start I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense what you're drawing. And then when you start drawing those animals, I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't work.
It's pretty abstract.
Yeah. Alright, congratulations to the winner on screen. Let's jump into word 24, which I'm going to now draw correctly.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. What is... Okay. I'm gonna have to try to implement some colors, even though the colors do not represent what it should. Oh no, that's the wrong way.
How long have we got left?
About 15 seconds.
Ah, okay.
Yours is not bad. I like it. That's the best I can do. Let's see if people are guessing it. Yeah, people get it. People get it. 3, 2, 1. The word was jail. Not bad. Not bad. All right.
I could do this all day, mate. This is so fun.
Just give up the day job.
Yeah.
Alright, we have 5 words left. Alright, congratulations to the winner.
5
on
words, 5
screen.
prizes.
Alright, 5 prizes left to give away. Make sure you guys type quicker. Alright, here we go. Next round, word number 25. I know exactly what I'm going to try to draw. No, so I had the try in there. All the lag. Which way is it though, Tom? Oh, actually, you are right.
Boom. Nailed it.
That's bang on.
Well, evidently not, because no one's guessing it, but yeah.
There's a bit of a delay. We got
Someone guessed Chris
Yeah,
Doe.
people are starting to get it.
How's that Chris Doe?
Chris Doe. Apparently people are just guessing Chris Doe on every single one. Oh, I'm deleting this too early. There you go, dribble was the word.
Do you think in any community apart from the design community, anyone would get that? Super nerdy. A bunch of people like basketball.
Probably not.
It's
Maybe
like
some
any
like basketball
regular
person would go, oh, basketball, dribble. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Alright, congratulations to Drop Music, our Drop Music audio branding guys. They did all the audio branding for Frontrow2020, so big shout out to them and congratulations, they've won.
Nice. Yeah, those guys are awesome. Awesome.
Nice. Alright, next word, here we go, 26. Alright, I'm going to try to take the lead on this one. Ooh, actually this could be not great. Yeah, I see what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Mine isn't great though, tell you what. Let's see how well you can pull it off. I think I'm done. I'm not touching mine. I mean, it's not great in terms of, yeah, I don't even know. I mean, the general shape's there. Ah, that's a very good idea by my team. Word was Australia. I was trying to do a little like map pin or something and say this is where we are.
Do I pass the test? Can I be an honorary Aussie?
It's actually not bad. It's not bad. Nice positioning in the stars, the Union Jack. That's pretty good.
I'll take it.
Congratulations to Jane. Your name is on screen. Alright, next word. We are up to 27.
I'm
Good
impressed.
luck
with
to
what
anyone
round
trying
is.
to guess this. Alright, fantastic. Now, for the first word, I've just been told no one actually won. So when we finish word number 30, we'll do the first word again, Tom.
Okay. All right.
Alright, word number 27. Good luck to everyone trying to guess this.
This is going to be impossible.
This is very difficult. I almost need to go on your drawing. How about you draw what you think you should draw, Tom, and I'll draw my half.
All right. Yeah, I was drawing the first part.
Yeah, so
You want to do the second part? Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Oh yeah, gigantic hand there. And it looks like he's giving the finger.
It's like stuff this.
That's so funny. Oh no!
Oh wait,
no, that's what I meant.
Alright, I can show. Oh, can I show you? Oh, maybe not.
No, don't. You stay with you.
Alright.
Yeah.
We got 5 seconds. 2, 1. Ryan versus Tom dance off. Do we have any close ones? You just got to type it in, guys. We're taking the first one to type it in, or even after the time's up, because people got Ryan and Tom though.
Yeah, no, we did dance off.
And I think the main takeaway from this one is that I am a better dancer than Ryan.
And giving Ryan the finger.
No, the finger's at someone over there who's judging us for having a dance off.
Ah, fair enough.
I'm like, just leave us alone, man. Let us do our thing. Meanwhile, my feet are an absolute blur.
We have a winner. I could think of nothing better to do at 1 AM in the morning on a Thursday. Alright, congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, number 28. Again, this one's a hard one.
Yeah, see, bud. Okay.
Alright, next round, and let's go.
People want to see the dance off, by the way.
Well, isn't it true, Tom, that we were going to drop a rap?
Wow, that is true.
Yeah. That's going back a few months.
Yeah, let's forget that conversation.
That's a good idea.
We'll put a pin in that for now.
Yeah, definitely people want to see a dance off.
Give the people what they want.
Well,
I mean, I had to stick people in here at some point today. Oh, I saw a guess. I saw a good guess.
good guess. Oh yeah, I said it too. So we're getting close. Yeah, I saw it. People are guessing it. I've seen it a few times. 1 second, the word was community. Yeah, a fair few people got that one. That was good. That was a good guess.
Nice.
Very nice. All right, so we have technically 3 more. So we're 29 and 30, then we'll go back to the other one.
Just remember, people, I can see a lot of people saying teamwork. There is no I in team, but there's an I in isolation.
Well, we'll put it on a billboard, Tom. We'll make
Very
it day.
profound.
Congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, word number 29. Alright.
All right. It's going to be quite hard to do without actually writing it out. That's the challenge. Are we drawing?
Yep, we are.
Are we drawing over here?
This is tough.
I'm very confused with where we're going here.
Well, that did not go where I wanted to.
What is that, right?
I'll explain it to you afterwards.
Oh, I saw a guess. I'm seeing lots of guesses. Go, guys, go!
Alright, so the word was design cuts.
Thank you for everyone that gave me brand recognition points there.
I was trying
Appreciate it.
to draw the design
I'm-
cuts office.
I'm just gonna rub that out because no.
Don't reckon it would look good.
I mean, we do have considerable window space by the look of it.
Yeah, fair enough. Congratulations to Samantha. Your name is on screen. Alright, we've got... How many more are we doing, boys? Just
Last
or
one.
two? Two more, so we'll do... we'll just, go back to the other one. Alright, here we go. We're starting. Word number 30.
Excuse me.
No stress. Alright, we might restart that timer, so we got a couple more seconds. Alright. Here we go, next round starting now. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, I don't know. Breadstick figure. Nice little phone going there. Alright, the word is up. That was quick. So the word was
that time flew.
influencer. Oh, I hear you
Did
got the
anyone
social
get that?
media going. I'm trying to draw the 100k. Not bad, not bad. Alright, hopefully we have a winner.
I don't know if we do due to our abysmal drawing.
We don't make it easy for him, do we?
Well, they have to work for these awesome prizes.
Selfie, yeah, people are starting to get it. I saw it. Yeah, awesome. Alright, we'll start to erase that. Then we got one more, guys. Last one.
Is this back to the start? Yep.
Alright, so congratulations to Tanya on screen there. Alright, we've got one more random word that we've just thought of that we're going to try to add. So, here we go. Alright, we're on. Well, I see what you're trying to do. Hopefully you guys can guess this one. That's a pretty good drawing by Tom.
It's the face has just killed it though.
That half time has gone.
That face I just drew is Ryan when I show up late for things.
I love how everybody congratulates the winner in chat too. That's really amazing to see.
I know, what a nice bunch.
That's awesome.
Love the front row
Such an awesome
community.
community. Yeah, people have got it straight away. 10 seconds. 5, 4.
What do you reckon?
So it says start up on screen, but the word was lollipop. So if you guessed lollipop, congratulations. We are going to randomly pick a winner. Well, there goes my camera again. We can just fix that.
Hopefully Ryan and I didn't totally disgrace ourselves under pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. A healthy amount of
Maybe just a
disgrace.
little bit. Alright, congratulations to the winner on screen. Alright, Tom, let's reflect. How do you think we went?
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was so cool to see how many people were hitting up the comments. So shout out to everyone that was part of that. That was surprisingly like even more fun than I thought.
Definitely. Give me one sec. Sorry. We just fixed the camera. There we go. We got it now. Problems with using a DSLR as a webcam. All right. Yeah, I think my thoughts.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, it was a really fun session. Not sure about the artworks, but I mean, bit of fun. Hopefully, congratulations to all our winners. We'll get that sorted to you within the next few days, hopefully, or early next week. I guess, yeah, Tom, while we've got you here, tell everyone where they can find you and where you're most active.
Yeah, so again, thank you so much for having me on, Ryan. That was a blast. Really funny in the end as well, some of the drawings. And thank you to everyone who tuned in live with us. Do tag Ryan up, tag myself up if you're on Instagram on stories. Right now I'm at Tom Ross Media. I'd love to respond to everyone who's hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And as I say, you can find me Tom Ross Media on social media. And tomross.co is my website where I've got a crazy free guide that the Front Row team used themselves, and BizBuds podcast as well.
Everywhere. And also check out in our virtual expo the collaboration we did with Tom Ross and his team at DESIGNCUTS, where we've got a bunch of different products that are like 50% off. Really amazing. Definitely go check it out. It's the top featured item in our virtual expo. Link in the description. But apart from that, Tom, I thank you so much for joining us. I thank you everyone who's watching for joining us too. Up next, I'm not wondering if we can get a schedule on my ends. Let's see if we go. I've just been told to hold on 1 second. We'll try to get a schedule up. Some super exciting stuff coming up for the rest of day one on the event. So here we go. Upcoming sessions. Hopefully it's not too loud. So we've got Alex Antonolino at 10 p.m. GMT with his workshop on how to build a successful design career in branding. Also, keep in mind, if you guys check out the schedule, there'll be a link in the description. There's some mentoring sessions coming up too. So at 5 p.m. GMT, if you're a VIP ticket holder, you can have a mentoring session with David Tellis, which you guys, I'm sure you know who Dave is. So just head to the VIP portal there and there's a link. But yeah, then at 11 p.m. GMT, we've got Alex Antonio, who's the creative director at Typeform, followed by our first networking session. So on frontrow.design/watch, there's a networking tab during 12 to 3. It will be 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. Sorry, that time's on the screen's a little bit off, but that's all right. But over those 3 hours, and we'll put a notification in Slack too, we've got some networking so you guys can actually go through and actually meet some attendees in person over video call. Myself and probably some of our team will be available for that too. And again, if we go back to me, I just want to say huge thank you to our sponsors. That's Adobe XD and Holobrief. Without them, this stuff couldn't be possible and we couldn't pull off the setup that we've got here today and everything else in the production quality we've got. So check them out in the description, definitely worth it. The links are in the virtual expo and basically everywhere on our website. Also, if you haven't already, for the 400 people watching, I believe that's what we're at, 344 people watching. If you haven't joined the Slack community, make sure you do that. Links in the description. Basically everything you guys need is in the description and on the website. And also, yeah, Virtual Expo, check out all the goodies, including the DESIGNCUTS one. Last chance to upgrade to VIP pass for Frontrow2020 and the entire conference for 30% off. That's going down in about 6-7 hours time. And then, yeah, like Tom and Ross and I said at the end of the at our talk there, make sure you use the hashtag Frontrow2020 and tag us at Pitchproof. And of course, to finish it off, I do want to say a massive thank you to our team. We've got Tom Bouquet, Matt Hayward, Ben Martin, Billy Wilson, Courtney Zudema, Lawrence Digital for the animations, and Drop Music branding for our amazing audio branding. That's it from me, guys. I hope you guys have a ripping couple of hours as we prepare for the next few shows and things that we got going on. It's currently 1:17 a.m. in the morning here for us, so we're going to pack up shop for the night, but we're going to be back right early in the morning, ready to rumble and ready to make some noise for our broadcast session with Alex Antonolino in the morning. So have a good night if you're Australian. Have a good rest of your day, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Have a good one.